Good evening, Overwatch fans. Welcome back to the Tranquility Community's preseason finals. Tonight, our Transcendence tier preseason finals between the Ghostly Peppers and the Whirlwind Wildcats. The Peppers have torched their way through the bracket to this point, but the Wildcats have been soaring as well. And it all comes to a head tonight where the Cats see if they can handle the terrifying heat of the Spicy Boys. I'm Mr. Yeti coming at you with the play-by-play tonight. Joining me is Thuggington at the analyst desk. How are you doing tonight, Thug?
I am so good. I am so good. You know, I was thinking earlier today, I'm like, ooh, what's tonight? Tonight is the Transcendence tier preseason finals. I'm not doing the podcast this season, so I don't get to talk to Mr. Yeti that much. Or really talk to the Tranquility community. So I'm really excited for some Overwatch. I'm really excited to be here with you guys too.
It's going to be a fantastic match. Let's break down your teams a little bit tonight before we get this show underway. Let's start with the Ghostly Peppers. A lot of people look at them as the favorites coming into the match tonight. This team is primarily made up of the members of the Heckin' Habaneros from Season 5, and they were your Discord tier champions. They kind of ran roughshod through the tier, only losing one map in the playoffs last season. They were a heck of a team. They've been playing together now for over 6 months through multiple metas. So how is that synergy going to impact the match?
I think it's absolutely paramount, especially when you have a lot of teams in the Transcendence tier that are fairly new. Not very often you see a team jump from tier to tier and stay mostly intact. If I recall correctly, the team is all the same, except for our Queen Needle is back. And Mixed Ready Overwatch is not on the team. That's the only swap. But for the most part, the rest of the team is the exact same. That's going to speak volumes, especially in the early season.
Absolutely. If you look at the Peppers, you got, again, this fantastic roster: Needle, Chimanzi, Trippy Cow, Krev, Waffleman, and Legalots. Who's the player that stands out to you as the player to watch on the Peppers?
God, I struggled picking one player here. I'm gonna pick two. I'm gonna pick the tank lineup of Chimanzi and Trippy. I think it's going to be really important. Those two have played together for a long time, and tank synergy in this meta is really, really important. So I'm looking at that duo as kind of my player to watch.
Gotcha. Let's go over to the Whirlwind Wildcats. And this team is loaded with Tranquility veterans.
Right.
But they've never been on the same team together. You have players, Lilith, a player that stands out to me, team captain, formerly of Tempo. Need to remind you, the Season 5 Transcendence tier champions. Sure. The loaded roster here, and you look at their coach. Coach is Saint, former Contenders coach. Got to be a big asset to them. Has coaching been a strong reason for the push for the Wildcats?
I think that's going to be a big thing. When you have a really seasoned coach that knows a lot about Overwatch, knows a lot about the meta, and maybe what to do with the meta that people don't know. With the meta kind of changing, we're not seeing one solid one right now. We're seeing a lot of shifting, so it's going to be really interesting to see that.
Absolutely. Who's a player you're watching right now on the
You know,
on the Whirlwind Wildcats? Don't get it
I'm
wrong
gonna
now.
struggle on that for
Yeah,
sure.
I know,
Uh,
definitely.
I'm looking at David, a newcomer to the Tranquility community. I'm really
Mhm.
excited to see what they do. Plays a lot of DPS, so it looks like we'll see what David has to bring to the party. I know Tracer's going to be a big thing in this meta, so we'll see what happens.
No question about it. Again, this match is coming up here pretty quick. They have this loaded roster for the Peppers coming up against the Whirlwind Wildcats here. We are 10 seconds to opening up the gates here. Let's get this show on the road. Let's get your Transcendence tier finals underway.
Let's go.
I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. We see the Ghostly Peppers coming out on a brawl comp, and we see again the Whirlwind Wildcats coming back with a brawl comp of their own. We are gonna see blood on the point here, and it looks like the Wildcats will take the point first. Watching from the high ground as the Peppers jockey off the position, looking for any opportunity to get some poke in. There's a solid point presence here from the Wildcats, and it's really tough to get in. Tanks trading hammer blows right now. Kabunga dropped very low, taken down by Trippy for the first kill of the match. The Peppers swarm in, looking for an opportunity, and Waffle takes down Lilithy, and it looks like the cleanup is on for the Peppers, taking down Wildcats, and they will take first cap.
This is a really clean engage by the Peppers here. You know, the defensive position that was set up by the Wildcats was impressive. When you have a Symmetra and a Mei there, you can set up really defensively. But a really good engage by Waffle really opened up that point.
No question about it. Peppers right now are pressing the advantage, keeping the heat on right now for the Wildcats, who are starting to reconvene here. Peppers looking to get back up to the high ground, and you watch right now the Wildcats going around the backside of the point. We're going to see another clash inside the point here on Fall Village, and Wildcats have all 6 members on point. Maywall down, and Trippy is taken down by Kabunga. We see the Coalescence out from Legolas, the first ultimate of the match used. Bakery returns the ultimate of his own, and we see the bodies falling right now for the Peppers, and the Wildcats will take the point here. It looks like about 40% here for the Peppers.
Yeah, a little late on the Coalescence pull by Legolots there. Trippy got really low, and it was a really good focus fire down by especially the Symmetra there. Look for Jolie to hit a Transcendence, a Graviton really early in this fight and try to get there before Chim gets his off.
We see them coming out of the middle high ground here. Excellent grab by Joel, collects all 6 of the Peppers. It is countered though by a Graviton of Chimanzi as well, and Trev finds the Bakery. We'll see a 5v5 now with Joel finding 2 kills of the Peppers, and the Wildcats will reign in this fight here, continuing the fight 33 and counting.
Yeah, really good. They both got their grabs off early. Really good beat there by Lilithy there, saves the team, and they were able to just burst down the rest of the Ghostly Peppers. I was going to call them the heckin' habaneros again. I'll get over it, I promise.
All right, here we go. Peppers right now, a little bit of a change coming in. Chimanzi swapping over to the Diva. We see Waffle over onto the Mei as well. New approach here. The Mei wall comes in. Not the best of walls from David. He pops the ice block to stay defensive here. The beat is dropped by Needle, and Trippy finds the Bakery with a charge. We see the Death Blossom come up from Fred with a jump low and take it down. The Wildcats are responding. The full charge from Red Boy doing a ton of damage, but Trippy Cow finds 2 with that Flame Strike, and the closeout coming in now from the Ghostly Peppers. They will take this point back, but the Whirlwind Wildcats sitting at 76%.
Yeah, that was a really good beat drop there by Needle. Excuse me, I almost called him Mix. Like, I'm seriously, get me out of season 5 here. Mix right
You have a problem.
Not a problem. But a really good beat drop there kept this team in the fight, and they were able to flip it.
All right, high ground taken there. So we see the rotation again around the backside of the point from the Wildcats. The Earth Shatter coming in. Kabunga with a massive Earth Shatter. The follow-up misses on the charge, however, but the Shatter's enough to open the door for the Whirlwind Wildcats. They drop 4 of the Peppers already, and the Peppers going to try to stall up for some more percentage, but the Wildcats will take the point here and continue to build on the advantage they have.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting engagement here. They have a lot of options. I really like Jolie's doing a really good job of his cooldown usage here. Look for another grab really early. They're going to look to take to this fight super early. Let's see if Chim can get a big eat here, though.
see a big wall coming up here, separating out Joel from the team, and the eat from Chamazi. You called it, you predicted it, it happened. They have to press the point quickly, and they do. The charge from Kabunga does not connect as well. Trippy returns the charge of his own, looking for blood as well, and the blood is found only by the Peppers, and it is spilled on the point here. The Wildcats drop down, and all 6 for the Peppers remaining supreme on the point, and it's looking real good for the Peppers right now. Look at that hold advantage.
Yeah, big time. That was a big individual effort by Chamazi there. He knew he had to do that, but that fight was going to be lost. If they get grabbed, that's match. Or that's map, excuse me. So we'll see there a lot of options. We have Waffle going to look for an early blizzard here. We'll see if they get the counter by David, but it's good. There it is.
Self-destruct in from Chim. Bait gets out. The beat drop from Lilithy. The shield is already gone from Lilithy. The blizzard comes out as well. The bodies are dropping. They are trading on point, and Krev spinning to win on the point, finds 2 of those Wildcats, but it's not over yet. Kabunga swinging the hammer like a madman on the point, finds 2 of himself, but Chamazi reigning supreme on the Diva.
Yeah, Chamazi big.
The Wildcats fall, and it's going to be point A on Village. 2 Ghostly Peppers.
My goodness, if this is going to be what the Overwatch is going to be like tonight, let's go. I'm here for this.
That was a very, very close round. That could have gone either way. We saw a lot of fantastic tank play from both teams. Kabunga and Joel both showing up to play. Trippy Cow and Chamazi both very, very strong as well. This is going to be a good one. This is going to be real good.
Real excited for this one. And like I said, it's going to be this tank duel between Trippy and Chamazi. Trippy absolutely dominating on Reinhardt there. So we'll see what they run. Looks like they're going with the double bubble, the Winston Zarya here.
The Winston Zarya, this comp has become pretty popular. A lot of people are predicting it might end up becoming one of the meta comps right now to see, in a pretty diverse metas from what we've seen so far. Again, we see the Brawl coming out here. We see the McCree Tracer with the Rhine Zarya, with the Whirlwind Wildcats. Bit of a different look, but the Echo Tracer coming out from the Peppers. It's a bit of a different look here from the Wildcats. Lilthy, though, dropped very low on that Lucio, but Trippy is ganged up on quickly. Overwhelming pressure from the Wildcats, just too much, and he's taken down. Breadboy follows up to completion with Waffle, and that's going to be the end of this fight. Wildcats first take.
Yeah, that was a really good play. They good point presence there. They're able to burst down Chamazi, or as Trippy as he got a little bit farther, and they're looking to clean up still. So David on the Tracer, I was kind of teasing this pregame, so we'll see if David lives up to the hype here and shows Tranquility what he's all about.
And a lot of hype following him here for sure, no question about it. Peppers looking to, no changes coming in from the Peppers here as they try to collect themselves after that pretty overwhelming defeat on that first fight. No ults yet coming up for either team. Trippy trying to stage in a dive. He's having a hard time. That's a lot of pressure coming out from Joel and Breadboy here from the Wildcats. We see the Tracer in deep. David looking for kills, cannot find anything. Chamazi right now putting a lot of pressure on as well. We see taken very low as Chamazi as well. There's so much damage trading from both teams. Nobody's falling. The heals for both teams outstanding, but the bakery falls as Krev finds it in the back line. Trippy right now cleaving away with that Tesla cannon, looking for any opportunity. Redboy cannot connect, but Joel with a fantastic Graviton Surge collects 2 of the Ghostly Peppers, and it looks like the Wildcats will continue to hold on the point.
Yeah, really good time grab there by Joel, able to save that fight for his team. It was looking like he was gonna go a little sideways after Bakery gets taken down by Krev, but a really good job by the front line to not panic. They knew they had to play. They kited when they needed to kite, and yeah, big grab by Joel there.
The sleep on the Chamazi is going to take away some of the protection for Trippy here, as the Peppers and Wildcats both collect the reinforcements to get back on the point. Kabunga swinging that hammer again, clearing some space out for his team. He receives the nano from the bakery, but has not found any value with it other than zoning away the Peppers. Lots of pressure going in. Kabunga's shield dropped extremely low now, only about 200. You see the grab come in, the stick on as well. Waffle finds Joel, but Kabunga trades out the grab. Traded out 5v5 right now. Lilithy, however, takes down Needle. The Wildcats looking real strong right now, looking to be the favorites to close out. And Kabunga!
Big shatter!
Thunderous shatter from Kabunga is just going to be enough for the Wildcats to sweep this point, 100-0.
Yeah, it was a tough match for Trippy there. The only option he had to dive was onto the bakery, and they did a really good job protecting. The bakery had great positioning, stayed out of the sight lines of Chamazi, having to use two jump cooldowns to get to him. So it was a really tough nut to crack for the Ghostly Peppers there. So we'll see if they make any adjustments going into map 3 here.
All right, prepping now for map 3. It's Sanctum. We see a lot of different things come out in this map. Some people like to play a poke comp with an Orisa. Some people like to get cheeky, play a little ball and hog on this. I see a lot of different things. It looks like the Ghostly Peppers come out with that double bubble, and Kabunga and Joel switching it up, going over to the ball and Sigma. We see the Sig ball coming out here from the Whirlwind Wildcats, changing it up here. Each map, 3 different maps, 3 different comps. So very interesting to see that from the Whirlwind Wildcats. They'll definitely have a lot of ability to pressure the heck out of this double bubble comp.
Absolutely, they're going to really be able to pound the backline here. There's not a lot of options. Lego's going to be really exposed in these team fights.
Kabunga swinging through at half health, not able to find anything, and Shamanzi gets the first kill onto Bread Boys. They press the advantage through the choke on the high ground there, and that is just going to be far too much pressure onto the Wildcats, and the Ghostly Peppers will take first take.
Yeah, really good job. They paid really patient. They knew that they had to engage onto them with the comp they were playing. They knew the ball was going to come through. They just waited patiently, waited it out, and were able to execute.
Fantastic way to close it out after the ball was out of the fight. They closed in on the rest of the team almost immediately. Yeah. Really well played, really well staged there from the Ghostly Peppers. Joel comes in on the Sigma. The damage immediately coming in here from Trippy as well. Legolas with a fantastic biotic grenade. Takes down Lilithy, and Waffle finds Joel as well, as the kills keep on being traded out here from the Ghostly Peppers, and the Peppers continue to hold the advantage.
It's a good adjustment by the Peppers here. They're normally a very aggressive team. All through last season in the Discord tier, they're one of the most aggressive teams in there. And even if you look in the last map, they're played very aggressively. They're playing more of a defensive double bubble here, waiting for them to engage on them, waiting for the Wildcats to engage on them, and then counter dive. It's a really smart play.
Definitely a smart play. Again, damage coming in right now from the Whirlwind Wildcats, but it's just not enough. There's just so much pressure coming in right now from the Ghostly Peppers. Gotta stop calling them habaneros. On this point here, we see the Tracer 1v1 taking place on the point, and Kreb matching 1v1 with the very high Tracer that is David. Kreb comes up big, taking down that one, but the Peppers had just done so much damage on the front line there.
Yeah, again, we have a lot of options here. The ultimate economy is going to be coming in for both teams. We're coming in on a six pack here for the Wildcats. Let's see how they use it.
Wildcats have a lot of ult here. They're going to have pretty much burn. It looks like they burned 2 of them immediately. Kabunga with the mines. Kabunga finds 3 with those mines, set up by Joel with the Gravitic Flex. That's just far too much for the Peppers to hold on to, and it's going to be 85% though so far for point progression.
You know, far too much. It's really easy to get a little panic in those situations. They knew what they were going to do. They went in they used 2 ultimates when they had coming up on 6. So good discipline on the part of the Wildcats there, and really only burned 1 on the part of the Peppers. So we'll see what they plan to go in here again. Look for another grab early. They're going to try to get the backline and hold it off.
Lilithy pops the rally right now, granting that armor to the entire backline of the Wildcats, getting prepped for the inevitable Graviton surge that they do expect to come in. Kabunga poking out here onto Waffle, not finding any kills yet. The slam coming in from Kabunga, takes 3 of them up in the sky, takes down Legolas with that slam. Kabunga looking really good on that wrecking ball right now. The damage continues to come in here from the Wildcats. The pressure is just too much for the Peppers, and it's just an absolute reversal of fortune right now for the Ghostly Peppers.
Absolutely. You know, I think the Peppers go into this one knowing that the rally's there. They hear the rally go off. Let's just wait this out. Let's see if we can bait any more ultimates out. They get to bob out. Now they get to go into this fight knowing they have the ult advantage. They have Legolas coming into a train.
And the Graviton Surge comes in from Shamanzi. No follow-up on that. We see the bomb come in. Does not connect with anybody. The Transcendence used by Bakery, trying to hold off as much as he can here. Shamanzi taking very low, 75% and counting on the point. The copy comes in. Waffle switching over to the Wrecking Ball. Is taken out of the copy by Lilithy. And Bakery finds the first kill on a Trippy, and the pressure again pouring in now from the Wildcats, forcing back the Ghostly Peppers, and it's going to be last fight territory here for the Peppers.
Yeah, last fight territory. We're going to need a lot of. It's going to be a hard nut to crack here. Again, it's going to be up to Trippy to really create the space, take the space back from them. There he goes in back on the corner.
We see the mines come in from Kabunga. They've been so effective so far, and they continue to be effective, finding both healers for the Ghostly Peppers. The Ghostly Peppers have no heals on the point right now. They're going to need to clutch up in a big way. Trippy going primal on the point, trying to do anything he can, but David finds Kreb, wins the Tracer duel this time. That's just going to be far too much of the Whirlwind Wildcats, and they are set up to take the call. David finds 3, and a huge finish, and a thunderous exclamation point for the Whirlwind Wildcats who take Nepal.
Yeah, really, really solid job by the Whirlwind Wildcats. This is how you show up and show into Tranquility in style. So big plays by everyone on there. Big plays by Jolie. Big plays by David. David at the end there really showed off his tracing skills, what we kind of talked about in the preview.
Absolutely. Ghostly Peppers definitely showed a lot of fight there. It was a close map. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how far this goes. Joel and Kabunga looking really good on that tank line, however, right now for the Whirlwind Wildcats. So we'll kick it over now to our next map. Map choice goes to the Ghostly Peppers. Now, Ghostly Peppers, again, a lot of synergy on this team. I didn't shout them out earlier, but I got to give some credit to their coach, the French-Canadian dynamo that is HQC. He's currently sitting in Switzerland right now where it's 3 a.m, and he's been coaching the Ghostly Peppers from the EU, and he's here watching the match now. So HQC, I promised you a shout out. I got you a shout out, buddy.
Good morning, HQC.
Yeah,
welcome,
good morning.
welcome.
Good luck at work tomorrow, and I'm really sorry in advance. We'll get right to work on making some more EU-friendly schedules for your team. But
That's
anyways, no, we really won't do that. Fantastic first map for Whirlwind Wildcats. Ghostly Peppers going to need to respond here. They've been relying a lot on that double bubble, but the Whirlwind Wildcats have been coming in with multiple different looks, and that's been a surprise, and I think it might have caught the Ghostly Peppers off guard.
I think so too. So Ghostly Peppers coming into us expecting a lot of things. And what I really like about new teams coming into Tranquility is there's not a lot of tape on them. We learn a lot about these teams during these preseason games in the first few weeks. So, it's really interesting to see what Saint has them going with here. That's a lot of unique, maybe things people aren't expecting. There are a lot of in-game game planning. It's going to be in-game leadership from the Ghostly Peppers that's really going to have to shine here. Again, with HQC literally just waking up. You don't have the coach in the ear helping out with it. So maybe a slight advantage to the Whirlwind Wildcats. So we'll see what happens.
We'll definitely have to see what happens here. Taking a look now, it looks like the Ghostly Peppers are going to be taking this one now to Anubis, one of three eligible assault matches in the pool, and one of 3 overall competitive assault matches. But that's not the point. Anyways, maybe Blizzard needs to fix those other 2 maps.
It's not the state of Overwatch here. This is just Overwatch Tranquility.
This is just, yes. Anyways, Temple of Anubis chosen here, and Anubis, that first point dive is just a really strong comp. It seems to play right into Double Bubble's hands, and you got to think that's on the Ghostly Peppers' mind here.
Yeah, definitely. I fully expect to see that out of the Ghostly Peppers. I'm going to call them the Heckin' Habaneros, I promise.
Yeah, I know. We'll have to get that out of our system sometime soon.
We'll expect it. I think we're going to see a little bit of it. I'm actually really curious to see what the Wildcats pull out. I don't know if it's going to be the same thing. I'm just more excited to see what they do. So
I am too.
You're just kind of in anticipation, waiting to see what happens.
Me as well. It's been a fantastic match, just even on the first one. I know for certain I'm going to lose my voice on this one for sure. There's nothing I love more than calling out tank plays, and you're going to hear a lot of that, a lot of thunderous earth shatters tonight, it seems like, with the way Kabunga and Trippy are coming up playing. But a huge shout out to the off tanks as well. Joel and Shamanzi look fantastic. But we talked about David. David came to play.
David did come to play. I'm really excited to see him kind of blossom here and show us what he's all about. Again, when you're a high tier DPS player on a very good team, it's a good opportunity to shine and show what you can do. So we see a lot of it every single season. DPS player kind of rises to the top and comes out of nowhere and it just shines for us. So I'm really excited to see kind of what David brings to the table. See if he continues on this trend through the rest of the finals.
We do see one substitution come in here for the Whirlwind Wildcats. It's their only bench player. That's Gangu or Noam coming in now. Former member of Lightspeed from last season. Fantastic DPS player on that Lightspeed duo, Abstract and Noam or Gangu. I always call him Gangu. It's going to be hard to adjust to Noam, but we'll try to make it work today. We will try to make it work. And as we get this one underway here on Anubis, the Whirlwind Wildcats right now sitting up 1-0 in this 1st-to-3 matchup here. We are aware there were some errors on the graphics on the production. We are getting everything fixed up if they are not already done now. I know there's a delay on what I could see for what is on the production already, so I believe it's already been taken care of.
Yes.
But nonetheless, I wanted to bring it up, so apologies for any errors. It's our second time
Preseason
so far. It's preseason. We're learning just like you are. We're all in this together. We're all just, working our way through it. It's been a crazy year, We're all just finding our way to cope with everything else in the world. So. But we take it to Anubis right now. I have loved Anubis. It's been my favorite 2CP map. I'm not one of those crazy people who enjoys Hanamura. I don't understand those people. That map is horrible, and it just is horrible. There's no other way to put it here. The
You could
look
be more
coming.
wrong.
No, it's a terrible. Hanamura is a terrible map. It only looks pretty, but that's just about it. Anubis, though, I love Anubis. I love Anubis. But we see the old pulled pork comp here. See Joel on the Roadhog, Kabunga on the Orisa, the Torbjorn in play. That's right, he's not a throw pick. He hasn't been for a while, if you still think that. And we see the Hanzo here from David. As teams go underway here, we see a brawl comp coming out here from the Peppers. A bit of a wrinkle, perhaps unexpected. The spam is just so intense, though. And Noam finds Legolas with the melee strike. Legolas is down. The disadvantage right now for the for the Peppers is significant. We see Trippy manage to charge away just in time. Legolas right now is as alone as it gets, however. The pressure from all angles from the Whirling Wildcats is just intense right now. Joel looking for an opportunity to get in for a pick. Misses with the hook. Cannot find anything, but the pressure on a Trippy is very, very high. But Joel taken down by the fist of Waffle. David finds Rev, however, David's going to be able to be relatively uncontested right now. Oh, I spoke too soon. Waffle right now looking for a kill. Punches them off the high ground as well. The turret's taken down for Noam. Teams trading blows here. And the Earth Shatter from Trippy. Answering back all those Earth Shatters from Kabunga in the last round. Waffle punching his way through there, but the damage is done. And the Ghostly Peppers are in line to take point A.
Yeah, good patience. They didn't panic at all. Losing Legolas early was not ideal, I'll be honest with you. But didn't panic. They played their game. They played patient. And a big pick onto Jolie there. Really kind of cracked open first point.
Joel perhaps a little too greedy there on the Roadhog looking for picks. He got punished for it. Right, but the spam is going to come in hot and heavy right now from the Whirlwind Wildcats. Can the Peppers stand up to the heat is the question we have right now. They do have both support ults coming in as well as that Meteor Strike. But right now, Peppers looking for an angle to get in. The Bongo's dropped in by Kabunga, but the Bongo's already dropped by Trippy Cow as well. The fist is dropped by Waffle, finding himself onto Lil Thief. 4 down, 5 down already. Looking to close out on Joel, who's going to be switching over to the Reinhardt, trying to get back to point quickly. 2 ticks right now for the Peppers. The Dragon goes through point, does not find anything, and not even a contest. The Ghostly Peppers answer with 4 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock.
Wow.
Wow, indeed.
That was,
what an answer.
Yeah, what an answer. This team's come to play. I don't know if HQC sent them a lot of angry Discord messages or what the man did, but really, really good execution there. Again, it looked pretty dire right away, looking at that much poke coming in from that much brawl. But the patience that the Ghostly Peppers showed was really, really impressive. Let's see if the Wildcats can answer.
We'll see if the Wildcats are going to have a tough go of it to answer back to that. The question is can you shake off that really strong attack? They're up 1-0, but that's a big momentum swing right here. If they can pull off a hold on this, you got to figure that's a huge, huge, huge swing. In a best of 3, in a first of 3, pardon me, momentum can be such a significant factor. We saw this last season in the finals as well. It was Heckin' Habaneros versus Exodus. Exodus takes map 1. The Peppers respond by taking 4 straight maps. Tonight they only need to take 3.
It's really about momentum, and Overwatch is a momentum game. You can get your mental boomed rather quickly. So we'll see if this is really going to test the mental here. To get that hard pushed in a 2CP can be rather devastating, but I think the Wildcats have a little something up their sleeve here. We'll see what happens.
All right, here we go. Clock counts down. We see the double shield now from the Ghostly Peppers. The answer is the brawl with a little bit of poke coming in here from the Whirlwind Wildcats. They move into the right side room. The Hulk comes in from Trippy. And it's not going to be enough to pressure anything down yet. The brawl is making their way through the left side of the front of the point here. Joel trying to get as much charge as he can with those bubbles. Peppers, right now the Wildcats not really able to push into that. That's a lot of poke, and it's really tough to push through that tiny little gap when you have that much poke coming in, but they managed to do so. They're piling tons of damage onto Chim, who's saved by Legolas with that perfect immortality field. Nonetheless, Chimanzi does fall, but not before some damage is done here from the Habanero. I'm sorry, from the Ghostly Peppers. I did it again. You see bodies falling. It's 3v3 on the point right now. That's going to favor the attackers who have the spawn advantage. Krebs now down onto the point here in a 1v1 with the Lucio, and Lilithy comes through. Now it's 2v2. Krebs taking down Lilithy. And here comes the reinforcements right now from the Whirlwind Wildcats. Legolas trying to escape to the high ground, cannot. Trippy is standing on the point. He's very, very alone and a very, very meaty target. Wrecking ball now in. Chimanzi slams down on the point. They do manage to get the Coalescence out from Bakery, and the grab from Joel. That is 2 ultimates, maybe not necessary there. And here we go into the next point. That's an ult advantage that's now gone.
Yeah, it's a little strange. I expect that the Joel's grab at the end was a little suspect. He's probably going to want that one back there. But you know what? We'll see what they can do with it. They're technically up a little bit on time from what the Ghostly Peppers did. So let's see if they can match this 1-2 push.
It's worth noting that with that ult being used there, Needle made a switch over to Zenyatta. That means the Transcendence and the grab might end up lining up here on cooldown. So it's gonna be interesting to see. We see the window coming in from Legolas. Noam, however, takes down Trippy. No main take now for the Peppers. The sticky bombs come in here, and there comes the copy in from Waffle on the Ghostly Peppers. The pin in! He's taken down, however, not able to get any additional follow-up. Waffle looking to put more damage onto the Whirlwind Wildcats, but he cannot finish anybody off. Here comes the bongos now from Trippy, trying to put as much pressure. But the massive Earth Shatter from Kabunga just ends this in a flash. In an instant, it is over. The team kill comes in. Waffle looking to try to maybe sneak in a touch on that Doomfist. He does manage to get in there. Cannot find a pick as he's dropped by David. Here comes the rest of the Peppers. They will be able to get a little bit of a stall, it looks like here. But and Trippy does find David. Taking down one of the members here. We'll see if they can rally on this one. They have a Diva Bomb about to come out. Does not manage to get out. The Graviton Surge in from Joel just does far too much damage there. It's going to be enough for the Whirlwind Wildcats, it looks like, to finish this one off. You see Trippy trying to spin around on the point fruitlessly, not able to get anything done. David trying to make his way back to point, but he's not needed. The Whirlwind Wildcats finish it off. They fall about a minute short of the time from the Ghostly Peppers.
It was a very good stall by the Ghostly Peppers there. They kind of got steamrolled there. Big eat by Chimanzi. It kind of got lost in the mix there. 8 Noam's Blizzard there, but a big beat by Lilithy there right in the middle of the team fight. Things were looking pretty dire. Good timing on it. We were able to keep the team up. They were able to capitalize on the thing. And, Kabunga's kind of impressing me. I'm not going to lie. I should have said Kabunga, not David. But maybe it's going to be a little column A, a little column B. But Kabunga has got some really well-timed ultimates here. His shatters have been absolutely phenomenal this game.
Definitely been fantastic. Kabunga looking like a superstar in this match, no doubt about it. But right now, he's going to need a lot to overcome this time bank difference, losing about a minute on the Ghostly Peppers here. That's a couple fights. That could mean a lot on this kind of point. We've seen this point get drawn out quite a bit. And that could make a big difference between whether or not they potentially get this one to maybe a third attack or a third defense. So we'll see what ends up happening. Anubis tends to run long. I'm settled in. I'm strapped in. I got a drink. I'm ready to go. Let's keep this thing going.
Again, I always find 2 CP either are 12 CP or it's a full hold and a full push. Like, really, that's all we seem to get out of these. Looks like we're getting a little extra Overwatch this time.
You're going to get a little bonus Overwatch here coming in. Do like these bonus Overwatch, and here comes we see the little switch here. They bring the D.Va in this time instead of the Zarya, and the Mei and Hanzo picked off here for the Whirlwind Wildcats. Pressure coming in over the top from David, trying to get that Dragon Strike online as soon as possible here. He doesn't have a Graviton to pair it with anymore. But again, that poke damage is so hard to get through. The speed boost comes in from Lilithy as they try to push through the point. Lilithy, however, very low. Kabunga is taken down. The healer's not able to keep them up. And Kreb on the high ground, just peppering the damage from the peppers onto the Wildcats is just way too much. And the Wildcats will fall on this. And Joel, I'm sorry, Joel. That's just unlucky. I'm sorry, Joel. I was your GM last season. I feel bad. Sorry.
Now, Kreb is in an interesting position here with Joel having to stick with the team with as much spam that we're seeing out of the Peppers. Kreb is just kind of having free reign because Joel needs to stick with that team, or Kabunga's shield's just going to get shredded. So it's interesting to see here. Looks like they did switch the ball.
Yeah, the great slams on all 5 of the Peppers who are brought back up with the AoE healing from Legolas. Waffle already very close to that copy, looking for that target to copy. You know he's looking for Kabunga here, trying to match those Earth Shatters we've been seeing today so far. The ult advantage right now is so squarely in the hands of the Peppers. The slam comes in again from Joel, finds a few, and it's enough to get Needle vulnerable and taken down by David. Coalescence comes in from Bakery. Legolas pops the window, trying to keep his team up, but he needs to keep himself up. But Chimanzi doesn't care where your healing is. He's just going to do all the work for the Ghostly Peppers, and it's enough to take advantage of the point and finish it off. Lots of pressure coming in from Waffle Man as well, and fantastic play there. They did burn 3 ults to get that one done, but it doesn't matter. It was last fight, and I didn't notice that. Peppers with the full hold. Peppers with the full hold here in our overtime pushes.
I also was the same. I'm like, what's
yeah.
No, really
just like, why are they
there.
burning their ults? This is why I'm in gold, everybody. I'm just saying.
It's full gold plat chat here, man. It's definitely full gold.
Yes.
No ticks given up by the Peppers there. So we'll see what they have up their sleeve here. Expect a patient game. They have 3 minutes and 2 seconds. They're going to play for multiples. They're going to play a very patient start. Don't make any unnecessary mistakes. And don't really give up a lot of damage. It's unnecessary.
It's absolutely. 3 minutes, 2 seconds. It's a lot of time to burn for one tick. You got to figure if you're the Peppers, you got to love your spot. You got to just feel like we can just take our time. There's just no reason to just sit on, no reason to rush in, burn ults pointlessly. It's almost like just charge 6, press Q and win. Is that kind of the feeling you're gonna see here?
You know, I think it's going to be definitely like press Q to win in this instance. What I respect about the Wildcats, they went with the same exact comp they were planning before. They had a strategy here. Again, might have just been a little misplay by Joel, getting picked early, getting a little greedy, see Trippy real low. So Reinhardt sitting there with a low shield and overextended slightly. So we'll see what this comp does for them. I know they have a plan.
Are we actually seeing something here? Look at this. Look at this from the Peppers. What is going on? That's a Bastion, everybody. We have a Bastion in play here. And the teleporter going to the high ground. What is going on? The turret is on here. He's put so much damage. I can't. The Whirlwind Wildcats are scrambling right now with all 9 of their lives. However, no kills coming in from Waffle. But what an interesting strategy coming in from the Ghostly Peppers. Did not
they got the team split. They got the team split over there.
They did.
It's just, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Here comes the teleport again. Oh, they got him isolated. Oh no, Ham. Oh no. No, Lilith taken down as well. But David did manage to get Waffle. But nonetheless, 3 down now for the Wildcats. They're in dire straits as the window comes in. Chimanzi nonetheless falls, but Trippy's swinging that hammer all the way through the Wildcats. He is done with this. He is more of a dog person, honestly, but he is putting so much pressure onto the team right now, and that is Trippy Cow's hammer leading the way for the Ghostly Peppers to take and move this.
And again, we said they'd play a patient game. I just didn't think the patience involved a Symmetra and a Bastion, but
no,
hey, again, this is why I'm in gold.
This is. I mean, I feel like I'm that meme with the butterfly where like. Is this Masters? Like,
It's
I'm not really certain what exactly is going on here. But guys, we're coming into halftime. We are tied 1-1. We got a 10-minute halftime coming your way, and we will be back just after the break here. See you soon. Hello and welcome back here after halftime. Ghostly Peppers tied up with the Whirlwind Wildcats 1-1 in the Transcendence tier preseason finals. It's been a fantastic match so far, and I know you're wondering, where can I find more matches like this? Well, just gotta tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the Discord tier preseason finals with newcomers Ragnarok taking on Nya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the Japanese onomatopoeia for a cat meow.
Yeah.
If my
But-
otaku
Yeah.
weebness is correct.
Weebs out. Anyways, that's gonna be a fantastic match. Both teams looking great in the preseason tournament so far, and I'm definitely excited to see what they bring to the table. But I know you're probably wondering, this is all preseason. When does the season start?
When
guys,
does this start?
Next week. Next
Wait.
week, we're already kicking it off. Monday, we bring you the first edition of the Iris podcast. And Tuesday night, we bring you the first feature match of the season. It's the Harmony tier kickoff match between defending champions and preseason champions, both in Season 5 and Season 6. Season 5 champions, oh my God. The Flashbacks, and they'll be taking on the Holy Jalapenos in what is sure to be a great match. Holy Jalapenos, the Season 3 Tranquility champions in the Harmony tier. So it's going to be a heck of a match. Looking forward to seeing that one. Wednesday, we bring you the Ghostly Peppers taking on Caprophobia in what is absolutely certain to be a great match. And in addition to that, the final match of the season, the final feature match of the season.
Match already.
Oh my God, free show. I'm losing my mind here. Of the first week, we have Joey Esports taking on Calamitas in the Discord tier feature on Thursday. So lots of great matches headed your way here in the coming week. Be sure to tune in, collect those Trank bucks. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe. We appreciate all the support. And if you're interested in checking out the Tranquility community and learning a little bit more about us, ! Discord in the chat. Check it out. We'd love to have you on board.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun here. Again, I'm really looking forward to actually watching the Irish for the first time on Monday. First season off of it, so I'm excited just to tune in as a viewer. Every week, 3 matches at minimum. Off season, we do a lot of fun stuff. During the season, we have a lot of fun fundraising opportunities. So a lot of really fun stuff happening at the Overwatch Tranquility community. Just had our first recent Overwatch Tranquility Open.
Yep.
Which went off really, really well.
Exactly.
So maybe expect some more of those things coming down the road too. So stand by.
What a match to end that. Attack mode versus Hour Zero. Just an amazing match between two powerhouses in the T3 world. It's incredible stuff to see that match. And go back and check that out. It's on our YouTube channel as well. Lots of fun there. Tranquility Open. We'll be back at some point, by the way. Stay tuned for that. In addition, guys, we talked about fundraising opportunities. Talk about another exciting thing. About 5 weeks away. Yeah, I'm already hyping it up. Tranquility Community's Season 6 event week. It's just so hype, y'all. We collect a lot of money. We put it towards a great cause, and that is Rise Above the Disorder, a fantastic charity that makes available health or mental health resources to young adults helps them out with a lot of their issues that they have. And in addition to that, they primarily focus on gaming culture, and that's a huge focus for them. And putting a lot of effort into donating, putting into a fantastic cause. Last season, we raised $3,200 for them in 1 week. We cannot wait to do it again, and we are really excited for that. Exciting giveaways around that time. Widow 1v1s, Torbjorn Hammers only, the admin pug night. Guys, there's just so much excitement coming up this season in the Tranquility community, but there's so much excitement tonight. We've already seen the Bastion in play from the Heckin' Habaneros. Are we going to see another Bastion? They're showing it in Spawn, and I just don't know what to believe.
Is Waffle teasing us? I feel like Waffle's teasing us at this point. It's not fair.
Waffle is just playing with our emotions and my feelings, and I don't appreciate that. I'm a very fragile soul, and I don't know if I appreciate it at all. But right now, the Bastion is being he's just teasing. He's going back to Spawn. It's the dream is dead. The dream is dead. No, it was fun while it lasted here, but 1-1 momentum back in the Peppers' favor. The Wildcats looking to respond. David hanging out at the door, saying hi, giving a little hello to the Peppers here on his trademark tracer. And here we go, Ghostly Peppers coming out now with the Far Mercy from Waffle, and we see Kreb on that tracer. This Sigma Ball coming in answering the Brawl tanks from Kabunga and Joel. Poke advantage definitely going to be in the favor here of the Peppers, as Waffle's going to be able to put in basically uncontested damage with really only the Ana to be able to pressure him significantly.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do. They're gonna have to change the position a little bit, play a little more passively, maybe they wanted to, but we'll see there. We'll see what David can do. I know that the Tracer changes and the Fair changes in combined combination made Tracer a little more viable against the Fair, so we'll see what happens.
And Lility takes down Trippy in the first kill. Waffle, though, takes down Breadboy. One of the healers now down for the for the Whirlwind Wildcats. You see Needle does get the res on a Trippy, but Needle pays with his life as Gangu finds him with the Storm Arrows. But Trippy takes down Noam in response. Yes, that's Gangu and Noam. I'm going to make that mistake a few times, but the Peppers make very few mistakes, and they look to be in position to take this point here. But the Wildcats are not giving up on it. I spoke too soon.
Absolutely not. They're there. There's going to be no quit in them.
No quit at all in them, but it does look like now. Okay, again, we spoke too soon. Now it looks like they're quitting. Now it looks like they're walking away from this. It's all chaotic, guys. We're watching it. We're learning with you. This has been interesting. And a pause.
We had a pause here.
And a pause.
Figure out here what's going on with the pause. Who dropped out? It doesn't look like any of the players did, unless they had a ping spike. I know we have a lot of that set up.
Yep, it might be the case here. We do have a pause in play, however. Pause happens right now. We see very close right now to ultimates for Waffle. He's been a lot of damage on that Pharah so far. We see both Tracers sitting on their pulse bombs as well. So the ult advantage right now looks to be slightly in the favor of the Peppers as they look to press through point A. But you got to think, this comp here from the Whirlwind Wildcats is really set up for more of a 0.3 situation.
Yeah, that's really kind of what they're set up for. But it's going to be interesting to see what they do. I don't know.
It's certainly going to be. I don't know how. I'm curious to see if they stick with this tank comp. This tank comp kind of tends to struggle on this point. It seems like it's hard for Reinhardt to really get that value. Lacks a lot of mobility, but he can put a lot of pressure onto the Sigma. The unpause comes in right now. Trev put the damage on, and it's just going to be too much for Joel to take there. And we do see the cart begin to move now for the Ghostly Peppers.
Yeah, they're moving again. It was a good effort. We're like, maybe they're going to stop. No, they're not. Maybe they're going to come back in. No, they're not. Just kidding. Everyone give up. What do we know? We know absolutely.
We know absolutely nothing. The barrage now from Waffle, trying to find an opportunity to get value from that. It's going to be tough with Joel sitting there on the Diva. We got to figure Waffle's going to look for any possible window of opportunity to get that in there. Krev poking in from behind. Look at the different angles being poked at. There's just so much damage, and they can't handle it. Wildcats do lose Breadboy, having one healer down. It's just going to be a lot of damage right now coming in. Waffle does use the Justice raining from above, and then dies right at the apex of the ultimate there. Krev finding Kabungo with the pulse bomb as well. Teams trading blows here on the cart. Joel finding Kreb, however, but it does look like the point presence is going to be maintained here by the Peppers. You see the Dragon come in there. does not find any. A big ultimate from Trippy on the Sigma. Change up here from Chimanzi to Trippy now on the Sigma, doing plenty of work there. Dengu taken down by Trippy as well. Trippy with fantastic textbook Sigma play.
Really good job by Trippy. Lifted him up, put the whole team down. Just put him on ice, like an old mobster there. Put him on ice, just like our Season 3 Discord tier MVP. Nice.
Who you beat in a 1v1, right?
I did beat in a 1v1. If you guys did not check the bot, I did. You know, we're here talking about the Transcendence tier too.
Oh, the Earth Shatter from Kabunga is a huge Earth Shatter. He takes down Legolas there. Kabunga continues to swing that hammer through with the experts. Just fantastic level of skill. He has been absolutely fantastic on that Reinhardt tonight. Clearly one of the shining stars of that Wildcats team. Pepper's looking to rebound.
Yeah, Pepper's not looking to rebound. Good heart push there. And again, I want to highlight Kabunga here. Kabunga's been playing a really good Reinhardt in a situation where Reinhardt's been around very much. So good to see him. He's still fresh on it. I'm really excited to see kind of what their plan here for holding room 4.3.
All right, we see ult advantage right now. Looks to be back in the favor of the Wildcats. Waffle right now being boosted by that Mercy, being able to put a lot of damage. The slam in from Chimanzi knocks up a few of them. Krev taking a nap and executed by Noam. Lots of kills coming in from Noam, doing a fantastic job on that Hanzo so far. Bit of a soft reset here now for the Ghostly Peppers. Needle takes an arrow on the way out. Manages to stay afloat. Chimanzi comes in with the slam. He's hit with the biotic grenade and having to retreat immediately. And just a pretty quick fight there. The stick comes in though, not able to get any kills, but the damage is massive. The beat is dropped by Lilith to try to stabilize, and Joel does find Trippy. So big kill there by Joel to even things up a little bit here after the entire team was destabilized by those ultimates. We see Legolas he falls off the map. Unlucky there. And, yeah, you hate to see it right there if you're Legolas, but Lilith cleans up on the Krev and a reset in for the Peppers.
Yeah, it was a really nice bomb in here. Good beat by Lilith here to kind of stabilize the team. Look for Waffle to kind of get that again. He's going to probably look for a Reinhardt again here. See D.Va, could try to clear the point. They don't have much left to push, so it could be the play is to copy the D.Va and look to get a bomb arm.
Here right now, David sitting on that pulse bomb, the nano as well from Red Boy. You got to figure that's going to come out onto Kabunga here and get that hammer going again. The mines drop from the sky by Chimanzi. Here comes the ultimate used by Waffle, but he's taking a nap instead. He is awoken, however, by the Pepper. He picks up the Earth Shatter, turns around and slams. He's not able to find any kills yet. Noam, however, does find Needle. The Brigida is down now. The copy is erased as well, but Rev takes down Red Boy. Losing a healer right now, but Kabunga continues to swing the hammer for the Whirlwind Wildcats. Trying to stabilize right now are the Peppers. They do get two with that Gravitic Flux, but it's not going to... Oh, actually, it's starting to turn a little bit. No, Chimanzi is killed by Noam as well. That's going to be enough here for the Whirlwind Wildcats to stabilize.
We got one fight left here. The ult advantage definitely is swinging real hard in the favor of the Wildcats here. They got both DPS ultimates there. Lilith's coming up on that.
Oh, no. David blocked by Trippy, but he'll be back fairly quick. We'll see how quickly the Peppers look to capitalize on this. Trev misses the pulse bomb of his own, but the pressure is coming in immediately. Chimanzi finds Noam as Noam uses that Dragon Strike. Chimanzi with the mines in perfect position on the point. Leaves the Whirlwind Wildcats scrambling for all 9 of their lives. Waffle finishes off Kabunga as well, and this is just going to be a near overtime push. Now overtime push for the Ghostly Peppers.
Yeah, really good job there. Good usage by the 9 by Chimanzi there. And really, Waffle had free reign there. He sit up on the high ground there. Kabunga didn't know which way to hold his shield. He just had to sit there and take it like most Reinhardt players are doing, as they do these days.
As they tend to do, yes indeed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, players.
Yeah, it's all good. We're used to it by now. We're getting used to it. Anyways, last point here. Kabunga and Joel definitely have the advantage in tank type, it seems. David finds 2, and a massive D.Va bomb that opens up the door for David to get great value here on the McCree. He's not missing a single shot, it looks like. Takes down Waffle as well. David, the DPS dynamo from the Whirlwind Wildcats, doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, really good job. Good bomb by Joel there, too. Really kind of zoned out that one exit there. They were able to collapse on the right-hand side and really just kind of executed what they're looking for. The bomb didn't get anything, but I don't think it was anything.
We see the gravitic flux come in from Trippy, and we see lots of cues being pressed here. The copy in from Waffle, the pulse bomb from Kreb, and just so much. We see the Earth Shatter onto Joel, and that's about it. But that's all they needed. And the copy comes through, and they manage to get a little bit more card progression here, pushing towards the last fight here into overtime.
Yeah, we're looking at the last fight in overtime. It's going to be Kabunga. Let's see if he can get a big shatter. He's been hitting them all night.
Kabunga coming up big here with an Earth Shatter. We see the Sound Berry about to come on as well. Slam in from Chimanzi, not able to find anything yet. The Earth Shatter is blocked by Trippy, doing a huge block. Absolutely need a block, trying to neutralize as many ults as they can here. They're down deep in the ults here. Sound Barrier in from Lilithy. They find a critical target. Legolas being dropped. Flashbang used onto the Wrecking Ball, interrupting the slam. The mines come in now from Chimanzi, who finds two. Both DPS down now for the Wildcats. Kabunga doing as much damage as he can. Is really the only damage left on the point. See now DPS looking to return here from Wildcats, but Lilithy answering the call right now as the damage. But we see Noam's tire coming in. Scoping for a target. Doesn't need to, though, as David and Lilithy take care of the point with Bread Boys Coalescence. A great push, however, for the Ghostly Peppers.
Yeah, really good push there. Stalled out there. Some heroic play by Chimnanzi with the mines to get point two. Again, just not quite enough damage right at the end.
Not quite enough damage, no, but it was a great push. And it looked like it was going to be in a lot worse shape when they were held up on point B there. To get as far as they did, it sets up nicely here for a potential defense for them. This is a critical map. We talked about map 3. We talked about momentum swings. You know, map 3 is big. You're tied 1-1. It's a lot harder to win 2 maps in a row than it is to win just one. So momentum is really important here. Who comes up with this map kind of means everything right now. It's so hard to come back from a 2-1 deficit in these types of matches. You got to figure who comes out on this map is going to be a clear favorite the rest of the way. Nonetheless, here looking at the comps from the from the Ghostly Peppers, they're coming out with the Sigma Ball. Looks like we see Trippy on the Sigma again. Chimanzi using that Wrecking Ball. Again, kind of that reversal. We see Trippy normally on the main tank, Trippy normally on the off tank, but it looks like Chim's just got a little bit more comfort on that ball.
You know, it says a lot about their tank line too, and a lot of comfortability. Is that a word? It's going to be a word today. They have with each other to kind of swap back and forth, and it could be map dependent. Comfort, whatever.
Yes.
You know what? English.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand. Anyway, moving on here. We'll see the Whirlwind Wildcats coming out again with that Rhine Diva. They've been using it a lot tonight so far. It's been working really well for them. David dropped very low, but has managed to be stabilized. Chimanzi already up to 41% of his ult, by the way. That is a crazy amount of ult for 20 seconds into the fight. He slams again. Look how low the Ghostly Peppers brought down the Whirlwind Wildcats there with a perfectly executed slam combo. And just no finish yet so far from the Peppers, as Joel is finally demaced and Kabunga is dropped as well. The Peppers doing a fantastic job on their initial defense here, comboing beautifully, enabling Chimanzi to build up to those mines. Trippy is dropped at the last second here as Noam finished off by Chimanzi. They built up some nice ults there. We move to the next fight here. You got to think Pepper's in a really good spot after that fight.
Pepper's in a really good spot there. You know, looking at the ult, look at the tank ultimates. We have 60% for Trippy. Chim has his, and we're looking at just pushing 25% for both Kabunga and Joel. It's really going to take a lot of effort. They're getting so much pressure, not able to do a whole lot.
Look at Chimanzi right now, looking to get some value on the swing through. He gets booped, but he bounces right back like a Wrecking Ball tends to do. But it doesn't matter. The rush of the Wildcats just is far too great. And the Peppers rumble. My goodness, that was
a caster's curse if I've ever seen one.
That was insane. What speed, what decisiveness from the Whirlwind Wildcats.
You know, that's going to be something that, you know, when you run the Moira Lucio, it really puts your Sigma in a rough spot there. They don't have the speed. The healing's not really there when you just have the Brig and the Zenyatta. So interesting, good. They really utilized Lucio's speed burst there, got on top of the team, and really just burst them down real quick.
Right, we'll see how this competition handles this point. We talked about potential weakness on this point. Chemansey with those mines, it's just so much pressure onto the Wildcats. They are not able to stand up to a Lilith and David. We see the Wildcats continue to try to pull this one out. Nonetheless, pressure coming in from that tank line for the Peppers, and they're going to force back the Wildcats here, sending them all the way back to the archway, and for a quick reset here for the Whirlwind Wildcats.
Yeah, there's a really good play there. Again, not much. When you have that many mines there, all you really can do is just swing into them. So little reset by Joel there. Get back with his team in a hurry. He's going to have bomb coming up soon and look like an Earth Shatter coming out of Bunga. We'll see if they keep landing like they have been.
5 ultimates right now. Looking at 5 ultimates right now for the Wildcats. 4 for the Peppers. We're going to see some Qs being pressed here, no question about that. But before any of them get pressed, Red Boy is taken down. Noam looking for a kill with the tire, finds Krev. We see the Dragon Strike brought in as well from David. Not able to find any kills with it. Nonetheless, the advantage right now is still not decided. Waffle takes down Joel. Joel's deep-necked quickly, but Waffle dives in on that copy. Reinhardt not able to find anything. Kabunga still sitting on that Earth Shatter, trying to find some targets, but David found several targets of his own, taking out 2 of the Peppers on his own as well, but David is dropped. You see kills being traded out right now, and Waffle's doing fantastic. Joel is taken out by the mine there of Chemansey, maybe intentionally to get a rematch back. But the reset comes in now for the Peppers, and it looks like the Wildcats are going to get a little cartridge.
Yeah, we're going to have an early pop-up that by the Valkyrie by Mick. So we'll do big shatter.
Very quick Earth Shatter trying to get Waffle down, but a great stun from Krev. And the Needle Bomb in from Joel, trying to find some targets, cannot. We see main tank and main healer traded out. Legolas uses Legolas uses the Transcendence as the ult put in by Trippy, isolating David and taking him down. Just enough damage to take the cart back over, and the Peppers now completely in control.
Yeah, completely in control. They're going to retake the high ground here. They're looking to keep high ground. That's going to be their key. Once they get that, it's going to be hard to kind of dislodge them from there.
4 ultimates used, all for naught for the Wildcats in that fight. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, that's gotta hurt. It's gonna hurt absolute lot. They're gonna have to probably have a nice drive push here. Just try to bait out as many as they can from the Peppers.
Right, we'll see what Waffle does with this copy. He gets the McCree. Maybe not the target he was looking for, but nonetheless, he can't go back on it now. He pops ult quickly back out of it to try to put some more damage onto Joel. Noam dropped by Krev. Both teams right now looking for positioning on that high ground. You see a lot of jockeying around the card here. Look, going into the back line, you see David trying to pick somebody off, cannot find anything. Joel heading back down to the river? Yeah. I guess it's the reset. It looks like a reset. I think they were resetting there, and Joel took the quick way out. Not expected that, but hey,
no,
it
I was
works.
expecting to go kind of underneath, but hey.
You know, I'm not gonna judge it. Not gonna judge it. So Joel actually switching. That's probably why he took that there. So it makes sense. Joel now on the Zarya, trying to enable Kabunga to get some more extra value here. But oh my goodness, Chemansey just dismantles David in the underground of the castle of Eichenwald. So great work there from Chemansey, and David still on that tracer. He's going to be back quick here. It's a 5v6 currently. David getting ready to come back out here. Joel trying to build up some energy as Noam peppers at the Peppers with that McCree. The Earth Shatter comes in, not finding a ton there for Kabunga. You see Noam popping the ult as well, trying to pick off a target here. He cannot, but Joel does get trippy. That's going to be a big value pick off there. We see Needle using the Valkyrie, not able to keep his team up for the rest of the fight there. We see Krev extremely low, taken down by David. Joel, however, dropped by Chemansey. It's a 4v4 right now.
Big pick by Lego.
That's a huge pick off by Lego, winning the duel against David. And now they have the spawn advantage here. It's going to turn quickly for the Wildcats. They need to get a huge play right now with using Lilith's sound barrier. This is going to be the final fight. Trippy has the ultimate, however. The sound barrier's out now. You see Krev ready with the ultimate. You see that Trippy using the giant gravitic flux, takes
big
out
gravitic
Bunga. Huge gravitic flux. Waffle now on the wrecking ball. Oh no!
Big move by Joel.
Joel trying to clutch this up right now for the Whirlwind Wildcats. Huge slam on the Needle. Joel trying to bring it back. He's knocked off the edge though. He's going to be neutralized for a second here. David has no blinks left. He's taken down by Chemansey. And Chemansey's able to hold on to this point here with Trippy. Touch comes in. it's not over yet. Wildcats trying to scrap away at this. Noam is dropped on the Doomfist. Kabunga on that Winston, trying to stay on the cart, just barely back on in time. The Mines there providing some nice zoning for his team, but Wapple on that Doomfist slams his fist in there, and he's finishing off the Wildcats, and it looks like Eichenwald is going to... I'm afraid to say it. I'm afraid to say it. I don't know what's going to happen here. It's a long stall. I got to give some credit to the scrappiness of the Whirlwind Wildcats. Not giving up on this at all, but there it is. The Ghostly Peppers take Eichenwald.
You know, I thought we were going to see some .2 heroics like we did with the Peppers, but it was a little off on big plays by Joel there to try to get it. But you know, in the end, the Peppers just had enough sustain and enough damage.
Fantastic plays there overall from the Ghostly Peppers to close that one out. Chimanzi come up big on that wrecking ball over and over again. The key there, I think, Legolas winning that last duel against the Tracer. He doesn't win that. I think that point definitely goes in the favor of the Whirlwind Wildcats.
Absolutely.
The clutchness of that fight is incredible, and it kind of tells you how close this match is. If that 1v1 goes in the other direction, there's almost no doubt in my mind we see Whirlwind Wildcats pushing to .3.
Absolutely. Legolas did a really, really good job in the 1v1. You know, it's a dicey 1v1 to get off, but again, I agree with you 100%. That 1v1 goes the other way. You're looking like that's going to be a .2 capture for the Wildcats, but hey, it didn't go that way. And here we are looking with Ghostly Peppers up 2-1 as we go into map number 4.
Ghostly Peppers up 2-1. They are in match point as we take it to our escort maps for the day. Guys, it's been a fantastic match. As a reminder, again, we have another good one coming to you tomorrow, the preseason finals in our Discord tier. Ragnarok taking on Nya at 8:30 Eastern time on this channel. Make sure to tune in. It's going to be a good one. And again, on Monday, we have the Iris podcast returning, and we kick off the season on Tuesday with Flashbacks taking on Holy Jalapenos. It was definitely going to be a great match. Can't wait to see you guys tune into those as well. Make sure you're racking up those Trank bucks. Get those giveaway entries. If you're wondering where to go, you're looking at Twitch right now. You see that little thing, bottom left-hand corner by the chat there? Yeah, you see that? You see it? It's got a little coin there. Got a little Trank logo in it. You click on that. There's a box there. It's green, and it's worth 1,000 Trank bucks. And if you click it, you get a giveaway entry. And I'm not giving away any spoilers on what the prizes are for the giveaway entry on the 15th, but they're pretty nice.
They are pretty nice. They are real nice.
It's pretty nice. It's not just there's shirts given away, no doubt, Trank shirts, but we got some nice little things coming your way. So make sure to get the giveaway entries in, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to drawing those names on the podcast on the 15th. This match, though, has been fantastic. Peppers not missing a step here, looking like that championship team we saw in Season 5 in the Discord tier. Different tier, but it just seems to be the same powerhouse team.
Yeah, again, it's like we talked about earlier. I think the time they have together is really showing here. It's showing a lot of resilience. It shows a lot of just kind of natural synergy. But what I really want to focus on is the Wildcats. I know Kabunga is pretty new to the team. Wildcats have a lot of ceiling to go here. They have a really high ceiling as a team. I think what we're seeing from the Ghostly Peppers is pretty much what we're going to see. Again, they're going to probably grow together, but what we're going to see out of synergy is what we're going to get here. The Wildcats have a much higher ceiling, I think. I'm looking forward to what the Wildcats can do going into the season. Hell, we'll see what they can do going into map 4.
Yeah, the Wildcats definitely need to pick it up here a little bit on this final map. The maps have been close, but close isn't going to get you a victory here if you're the Wildcats. You need to win 2 in a row, and Wildcats right now are looking to find any way to pull that off. They take it to Havana.
Right.
It's an interesting map choice. We've seen a lot of Hanzo come in from both Noam and David. Taking a look at what they're bringing in here, they take David out for this map. You have Noam and Breadboy in here against Krev and Wahoo, the DPS duo for the Ghostly Peppers. No David here. You know David's been looking fantastic. He's shown quite a bit here so far, no doubt about it. But again, the Ghostly Peppers have had an answer. It seems like the last couple maps they've done a fantastic job. It's kind of a repeat of what we saw previously.
Right. Again, you hit the nail on the head. It's a little bit of a repeat what they have there. Are we going to see is Waffle just teasing us every time we go into these? Because he's on the Genji, and I can't expect the Genji.
I just want to will it into existence. Please chat with me. Can we just get, you know, just a little? Can everybody just please just ask for it? Just give that energy. Oh, they heard me. They heard me. Oh, it's the Bastion. It's the Bastion. It's the Bastion Sim. It's the Bastion Sim. Oh my goodness. They bring it out again. It works so well. Why not try it again? But the wall busted apart. Oh, there's chaos right now on the point, but Waffle is taken down on the Bastion. The teams are brawling away with the close hold by Kabunga and Noam, and Bread Boy's already up to 80% of that ult on the Echo. My goodness, Bread Boy with a ton of damage in 30 seconds.
You know, it was a risky gamble. This was definitely paper covers rock. They didn't expect the full hold. The full hold happened and really kind of threw that strategy right up.
Here we go. Taking a look at the next match, or taking a look here at the next fight. Joel putting as much damage as he can, but Shimanzi finds the bakery, one of the healers down, and it looks like the Peppers will finally be able to get away from the pressure here. Nonetheless, ultimates being used here from the Whirlwind Wildcats, trying to hold this one out as much as they can, but Waffle doing a lot of damage with that focusing beam, managed to put in a ton, gets a 4K to close out this fight, and finally, the cart begins to move.
Really good. That's a really good hold by the Hellcats. I love the effort. I love the idea. Get close, get right in their face. And they were going to pull a Bastion out. So,
and we have another pause. Another pause comes in, trying to figure out what's going on. What a good hold, though. I mean, 2 minutes or a minute and a half already out, being taken down. A minute and a half already being taken down here for the Whirlwind Wildcats. So Ghostly Peppers probably only have 2, maybe 3 good fights now to take point A. So it'd be mission accomplished.
Yeah, again, when you have those kind of holds in those close ones, you don't expect really to hold the whole time. You take some time off, and a minute and a half to take off the clock against Ghostly Peppers and what they're doing, I'll take that any day.
All right, here we go. Both teams definitely playing incredibly well tonight. It's been a fantastic match so far here. Peppers have a little bit of an ult advantage. We'll see if they can press it here. Chimanzi tries to go in, gets stunned out by the Brigitte from Lilith. Peppers trying to reconvene a little bit here. Legolas dropped extremely low, but packed back up by Needle. But Bread Boy on the Widowmaker takes down Waffle. Bread Boy right now just taking pot shots at the Peppers here. And that's going to be enough to get them to reset quite a bit here. But it looks like Chimanzi nonetheless investing the mines, putting some pressure onto the back line here, but Bread Boy again finds Legolas. Chimanzi nonetheless takes down Joel on that Sigma. Bread Boy looking again for any pickoffs he can. We see the copy invested by Waffle as well. Waffle is there. The Peppers are committing hard into this, and it's paying off. The Peppers overwhelm the Wildcats here with their pressure, and that is just enough here for the cart to get through point A with 4 minutes on the clock.
Yeah, absolutely. Not for not trying here. Bread Boy had a really nice showing there on the Widowmaker, shutting down. But again, good pressure, good usage of the mines there by Chimanzi, knowing that the map's not lost. The point's not lost yet. Really good, kind of zoned out that side of the map. I thought it was a really great play. It paid off.
Right now, Joel's advanced really far up. We'll see if the Peppers are able to press onto him, and they are not. Taken out of the high ground, though, putting the Peppers here, putting the Wildcats into a nice big group on the left side high ground. They are the Ghostly Peppers, and Trippy is isolated out here, and Joel nonetheless taken down by Waffle. Waffle's been fantastic on that Echo throughout the night.
Absolutely, Waffle's done a really good job. Really good job by the Peppers. They're taking away the double angles that the Wildcats are looking to do with this double sniper combo. They're really Waffle doing a really good job of kind of reducing those angles. They're taking away the map control for Wildcats and looking to maintain.
Waffle again on that Echo, putting a ton of pressure onto Kabunga. Trippy comes in to close out the fight. We see the we see the Transcendence invested by the Bakery to try to keep the team up. Red Boy takes down Kreb, trying to turn this back around on the last possible fight here in the distillery of Havana, but it's just so much damage from the Peppers as they continue to steamroll through Havana, and point B taken by the Ghostly Peppers.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing a really, really nice job here. Again, I want to point out Chimanzi's job of taking away those angles that they're looking to do.
All right, taking it now to point C here, ready to go with Oh, you hate to see it right there. If you're Kabunga, Chimanzi just puts the triple deke on him with the wrecking ball, and it's just too much. A little Charlie Conway action.
That's a Charlie Conway.
That's a boomer reference right there. Yeah, Charlie Conway of the D2 Mighty Ducks right there. That is some good stuff, if I do say so myself.
Oh, what a reference.
I know. You know what? I'm a boomer. Oh, Chim. I was about to compliment you. You're making me look foolish. Oh no, Waffle! No! I think that right now the only enemy for the Peppers is the Peppers, and you hate to see it. You hate to see it if you're a fan of the Peppers right there. But that's something for the blooper reel, folks, right there.
Yeah, that's definitely not. That's definitely the not going to go in the montage.
No, that's not one for. Oh, and Bread Boy. But this is I mean, all jokes aside, that's a critical fight loss right there for the Ghostly Peppers. Now all of a sudden the Widowmaker has space to flourish, and Bread Boy has been flourishing on that Widowmaker. Chimanzi is keeping some pressure on the point. He's not taking a ton of damage. He's trying to put pressure onto the Widowmaker as well. Krev finds Lility with that sticky bomb. Huge kill from Krev. Krev also finds Bread Boy, trying to show up that maybe he can do a little bit of tracer work. We're talking about David a lot. Maybe some Krev time on that tracer. Waffle popping the whole hog, mowing down Joel. And Waffle on that Echo been fantastic throughout the night. Pushing quickly, 3 on the cart towards the Castle of Havana.
Yeah, absolutely. Waffle's been showing up tonight, especially on Havana here. Really having his time to shine on this Echo and really kind of giving us a clinic on it.
Here we go right now. Chimanzi with those mines, looking to get onto the high ground, pops the mines out, trying to find a way to take down Lility. Lility swinging that hammer, trying to get out of that trap set there, but the damage is just far too much from the Ghostly Peppers. They're pushing towards point 3. They're pushing towards a preseason championship, and Waffle closing it out on that Echo. Been fantastic, and he continues to do so. The lift in from Joel, trying to isolate out the wrecking ball, but it doesn't matter. A minute 39.3 taken by the Ghostly Peppers.
Yeah, nice job. Really good push. Again, a little misstep there on the 3rd point push. They kind of got the giggles out of him, as they say, and they really just refocused there. Good individual effort by Waffle. Really important to see. And actually, the whole DPS duo from the Peppers. Krev absolutely showed up on the Tracer today, and it's really exciting to see.
It's been a really good. That was a fun push. That was a lot of fun. Ghostly Peppers overcoming those personal mistakes there, getting to the point where they did a fantastic job. No question about that. The Peppers are in prime position right now to take this preseason championship. The response from the Wildcats needs to be decisive. But they've shown a lot of clutch. That tank line has really marshaled the side of the Whirlwind Wildcats. Are they going to do it again?
You know, well, we will see how they do it. Oh, I see some sneaking. I see some snoking. No, they're not. They're not going to. They're not going to. It's not.
They're not going to. No. I mean, there's some sneaky. Everybody crouch. Everybody get down. Get low.
Diva can't.
Get low. Oh, they're pushing her. They're pushing her. Oh, look at this. Look at just push.
This is some high. Is this Masters?
Everybody, shh.
Is this Masters?
And they come in, and then there's a wall and nothing happens.
A little miss by the wall there, but
anticlimactic. But Noam with the storm arrow finding Krev. That's going to be enough to free up the Whirlwind Wildcats here, and they're already getting card progression. If you're the Ghostly Peppers now, this all seems maybe a little fruitless, but they proved the cast of curse to be true. And here come the Ghostly Peppers, finding Noam as well. My goodness, folks. Well, Ghostly Peppers answering back after dropping Krev early on. Waffle on that May looking fantastic tonight so far. And Peppers managed to get this fight back.
You know, they look to be in a really rough spot, but, you know, good job by the support duo of Lego Mix and really just kind of held fast.
Lego needs. Good try. Oh, the Earth Shatter comes in from, sorry, not Earth Shatter, pardon me. The window comes in from Legolas, and the advantage. Look at this, they're taking the behind spawn. The Ghostly Peppers just pressing it hard. Nonetheless, Trippy is now down. That is a huge kill for the Whirlwind Wildcats. Noam looking fantastic on this Hanzo. But now coming back again, we see the Peppers answering again. Waffle and Lego taking down the the Whirlwind Wildcats, I'm at a loss for words. I can't believe they continue to hold in these disadvantaged spots.
Yeah, they're down, and they're still continuing to hold. It's, you know, they have the ult advantage here. Look for an early Blizzard. Like, I was just gonna say it.
There it is. The Blizzard comes in, and that, look at all the ult charge they're freeing up there. Trippy swinging the hammer through. They have 3 ults right now. That's a good spot to be in if you're a fan of the Peppers. 2 minutes on the clock. They've exhausted half the time bank already.
Yeah, what they're doing here is that they're playing their game. They're not asking their team to do anything they're not comfortable doing. So it's really fun to see stuff like this. But let's see what the Wildcats can do. They have a window. They have some good opportunity. And here is a big
It's a good window there setting up, but nonetheless not finding anything. The Diva Bomb comes in from Chim, not also only finding an Immortality field. The great wall from Waffle and a block onto Kabunga, who got caught there, but Red Boy takes it out. Oh, the thundering shatter from Trippy Cow answering back. After all the fantastic tank play from Kabunga, Trippy plays huge in the clutch moments for the Ghostly Peppers. They continue to hold here early on point A. Yeah, when you clutch, and that's just what that was. That was just straight up clutch. But the Wildcats now will finally be able to push out of point A spawn, and they have some nice ults coming back here. They got 4 ultimates. This now rests in their favor. Chimanzi's going to need to get a huge eat on a Joel's Graviton Surge if they have any hope of winning this fight here.
Absolutely, looking for a big Grab Dragon here. If they can get this, if they can get the disc out early, it's going to be important. Big D-Mac.
And there's the huge D-Mac. Here comes the dragon to follow on that massive grab from Joel, and that's just going to be way too much for the Peppers to handle. And finally, it looks like point A is going to swing in the favor of the habanero, or I'm sorry, of the Whirlwind Wildcats. But that shatter from Trippy, my goodness, was just thunderous. Just huge clutch play from Trippy. Oh my gosh. Here we go, back in now. Kabunga close to an ultimate of his own, trying to answer Trippy. It doesn't look like he's going to need it here because we see the Blizzard come in, freezing up the tank line for the Wildcats. Massive play from Kabunga, answering back on the Trippy Cow. The tank play from these Reinhardts has been outstanding. Window invested by Legolas, trying to spin this one back in favor of the Peppers, but it's just far too much now for the Whirlwind Wildcats pushing through here on point A.
Yeah, that's we're coming here, and they're looking to get a little more synergy, a little more rhythm coming from the Wildcats. So we'll see what happens. Need to kind of calm down a little bit. Point 2 is always a little tough in Havana. It's a tough one to hold off on. There's a lot of high ground. Once you have that high ground advantage, it's really hard to dislodge those. So we'll see what happens.
You see, here comes the Deadeye in from Bread Boy, not finding anything. You see Bread Boy nonetheless now find Waffle with those shots there. Waffle taken down, losing the May. Bad for this comp. Bread Boy right now finds 2, finds a lamp, finds a 3rd, finds a 4th. Here comes Bread Boy, the electric cowboy, pouring through that team.
Big. We said Bread Boy early was coming in. Bread Boy's showing up here. You know, David was kind of the talk we had earlier about it, but Bread Boy is absolutely no slouch, and take notice Transcendence.
Both these teams, honestly, deserve so much credit. The grab being used by Joel. Man, here comes the dragon to follow up. The Immortality field was put down, but Needle nonetheless dropped here. The point fight does take place here. Noam very low, taking down now, but Joel fights 4! Joel on that Zarya, doing a ton of damage to the Peppers here. Gets the D-Mac as well. Bread Boy finishing off Chim, but that fight rests on that laser of Joel.
Yeah, good. Again, the Peppers are going to need to relax here. They're going to need to kind of get their nerves back underneath them. And did Trippy just... Oh, he popped Shatter. I was like, did he just Shatter and spawn?
Okay.
No one heard that, but he was swapping.
I thought it was an intentional swap. Okay, fair enough. Just giving the cactus. I mean, at point 3, that's clown time if you're the Peppers, apparently. So they're just clowning, you know, we're just clowning around, having a good time. So, but nonetheless, here comes the Peppers now back onto defense here on the bridge of Havana. Tons of point progress already being made here for the Whirlwind Wildcats.
Slam in from Shin, dropped very low with the Discord Orb. Those shields not in time. The Kabunga with a huge Earth Shatter. Red Boy follows up with a massive Deadeye. It's going to be enough for the Whirlwind Wildcats to continue the push over the bridge and into the castle.
Absolutely, there's some big plays here. Joel and Bread Boy are showing up when they absolutely need to.
We see the first of the reinforcements come out now for the Peppers, trying to hold off this final push. This is a tough spot to push through. The full team now coming up for the Whirlwind, or for both teams. We're going to see a big team fight here. No ultimates other than that window. Here comes the window from Lilithy, but the damage is huge. So many players extremely low for the Wildcats, but the supports managed to stabilize everything. Lilithy doing a ton of healing right now on that Baptiste, and also finds time to kill Waffle. Kreb, nonetheless, does take down Noam, so kills are being traded out. But Bread Boy finds Kreb. Bread Boy doing a ton of work on this Decree right now. But kills are continuing to be traded, and that will favor the Ghostly Peppers over time. Slam comes in from Chimanzi, doing just enough damage to close that one out, that fight out. We're in final fight territory now for the Whirlwind Wildcats.
Final fight territory. They have their win condition.
Nice boop at the end there from Chim. He's got to find a way to get out of there, though. That's going to be tough to do. He does manage to sneak out of there. Nonetheless, all cooldowns blown to do so. Team Whirlwind Wildcats pushing up for their final fight. They have the Transcendence. They have the Grab Dragon. The Grab Dragon is going to be the play. Question is will it be answered here? They got to force out the Legolas Immortality Field. Here we go right now, the final fight here on Havana. The mines put in by Chimanzi. Lots of damage. Here comes the Grab Dragon. Grab Dragon comes in, answered by the Immortality Field for Legolas. Chimanzi is dropped nonetheless. Here comes the pressure. They're pushing on the cart right now. Bread Boy takes down Waffle. That's going to be very, very tough for the Peppers as Kabunga comes in with another Earth Shatter. Joel clutching up right now for the Whirlwind Wildcats. And these Cardiac Cats, again, an overtime push. Takes 0.3, and we now move to overtime Overwatch.
Do not the cat. Do not the cat indeed.
Do not the cat. That is impressive.
This is some good play.
Impressive play right there from the Whirlwind Wildcats. We come now to bonus Overwatch. We go back to point A. We saw those close holds. 1 minute now for the Whirlwind Wildcats to get out of spawn, get that cart pushed as far as they can, and get some overtime progression. The question is do they stay on, or do the Peppers continue that close hold, or do they go with a more relaxed approach?
The Pepper, I think the Peppers go close. With only 1 minute left, go close. Work before, don't see the guy work again. The guy won't work again. Worst case scenario, you're going to get another 2 team fights out of the deal anyway. Don't give them the free cart push. You have a minute. You want as little possible cart push as possible. As little cart push as possible for the Wildcats. They know time's in their favor. I expect a close hold.
I expect the close hold here as well, mainly because I'm watching it happen.
It's true. I was really talking and trying to not stumble through my words. But
yes.
Words are hard.
Here comes the close hold. They're sneaking up.
I love the push of the D.Va.
The push of the D.Va is just—it's so much fun to watch. It's like a game. Yeah, they're just pushing. I don't know why they push so far away. It's not like they could hear it that far away. Could they? I don't think so. But... Oh, what a wall! What a wall! Isolating Joel immediately, taking down the Immortality Field is also invested. That's a big cooldown going away here for the next 30 seconds for the Whirlwind Wildcats. They're going to look to find a way to rotate out. They have to touch the cart. That's going to be a big factor here. Can they get onto the cart in time? The wall comes in, but the Peppers are able to avoid losing anybody there. Kabunga's shield dropping low as well. He's taking a ton of pressure, but again, not the wall, not finding anybody. But here comes the Peppers! Pushing in quickly, another wall. It doesn't manage to close off anybody. Immortality Field invested by Legolas. Everybody's trading right now. Nobody's finding anything. Trippy tries the charge. Does not work. It's Red Boy. Red Boy punishes Legolas there. Perhaps too greedy is Trippy, but Trippy answers with taking down Red Boy. Now the question is, we have this close cart spawn. It's going to be very hard for the Peppers to close it out. You have to figure it. Here come the Whirlwind Wildcats. Joel finally getting up to full charge, doing a ton of damage. That laser is real big right now. As Kabunga finds 4 with that hammer as well. Overtime, pushing the cart.
I think this is exactly what the Peppers needed to do. Get that earlier. They're into overtime before they even got any cart pressure, even got the window out from Lilith. Lilith's going to get it back up really quickly, but it was a good play. It was the right idea. And so we'll see. I would say look for a really early blizzard from
Here comes the cola. Here comes the window being used. Trippy blocks the shatter, but Trippy's very low. Take it down as the nano boost hit onto Kabunga, but 2 down now, 3 down as Waffle. Oh my goodness! And the point is clear.
Really clutch play by Needle with that beat there. Right when the blizzard comes out, the Needle the beat hits, and it was able to sustain them there in a big bomb at the end.
Chimanzi finishes clearing the cart after the Deadeye comes in as well. Great work from the Ghostly Peppers to close it out. That is not a very far push, but you got to figure that close hold's coming. We've seen that close hold take a lot of time.
Yeah, that was a ton of time taken up. I expect the Wildcats to do the same. They have no reason not to.
All right, here we go. Ghostly Peppers looking to close out this championship. They have about 103 meters. I'm sorry, 54 meters to get there. It's not a far push, but here comes that close hold. We're about to have a brawl, a knockdown, drag about brawl right in front of the gas station here on Havana. And honestly, right now, this is the main event. Who do you got? Who do you think? Is this going to be over? Are the Peppers going to finally close this thing out?
I think the Peppers are going to close this one out, but I've been wrong before. Do not the cat. Do not the cat indeed. And I like how the Wildcats aren't even trying to lie they're going to do it. Like, they know what's coming. Y'all know what's coming. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. It's going to be an interesting one. We see the Peppers. They're not on this brawl. They're running the hog and ball. I have a feeling we're going to see it swap back almost immediately here. I was wrong. I take it all back. Oh, the ball swings through. Oh, but Chip! Oh, no, Chip! Oh, no! And he gets up to about 1,100 health with that shield, and then he's just dead. In about a half second. Welcome to main tank life, by the way, everybody.
I guess.
Yeah, that's just how it is these days. Nonetheless, here, Chip taking down. We see no swap here. They're sticking with the Sigma ball, which is interesting. They're relying a lot on Waffle getting a huge amount of value here on that Echo, which he has throughout the night. But Joel finds Trippy, and Bread Boy takes down Waffle, and the Peppers are not quite able to push through this Whirlwind Wildcats defense.
Yeah, they're not. I like what they're playing with Krev on the Tracer to get out behind, try to get as much pressure, pull the attention away from the front line, but we'll see if it's going to be enough.
Here we go. Waffle still on that Echo, trying to find some picks. Red Boys is doing a fantastic job of countering him. Here comes the window from Lility, but it's answered by aggression from the Ghostly Peppers. They get 2, they get 3 now, and they're pushing through. Chimanzi is taken down here by Joel. The spawns will give advantage here to the Peppers as they finally look to push through. Joel continuing to stand on the cart and keep the stall on. He pops. I don't know if that's the play there. That was a very, very interesting grab from Joel. We'll see if he swaps. I think a swap might be coming here from Joel. Maybe
nope.
Not the play. No
yeah,
swap
that's
there.
Grab. He's definitely going to want that one back. With only a minute left, that's a big ultimate to kind of give up there at the end when it's just you alive.
Right, you have the Coalescence to put into this next one here, along with the Dread Boy Deadeye. We see 4
Big
ultimates
mine.
now. Here comes the window from Legolas. The mines are in as well. Kabunga trying to push through. Lilith drops. Red Boy looking for kills on that Deadeye. He's boosted up by the wall of Gangu. And he gets Trippy, which is a nice kill here, looking to find a way to get onto the Baptiste. But here comes the DPS line of the Peppers. And the Peppers right now are going to reign supreme as your Transcendence tier preseason champions.
Really, really good match by the Ghostly Peppers. Again, showing us why they won last year's Discord tier finals. Pretty much the same team. Really good showing by the Wildcats. So I don't want to discount that at all.
No. This was a fantastic match from both teams here. Here comes that fantastic Earth Shatter that we saw from Trippy, and it's cathartic as a Reinhardt player. My goodness. Oh my God. It's just an impressive play there from both teams. All night tonight, it's been a great match. It's 3-1, but that score could easily have gone the other direction if 1 or 2 team fights went the other way. The Whirlwind Wildcats, I know they were definitely not seen as the favorite coming in, but the Ghostly, you got to give it to the Wildcats. They came to play.
As I said, too, kind of in halftime, the Wildcats are going to be a force to absolutely reckon with as we go in through the Tranquility 6 season. again, it's going to be super fun to watch how they progress. Again, I said like before, the Peppers are the Peppers, and they're going to be a fantastic team. I'm really excited about seeing the Wildcats kind of progress. I'm excited to see more of David. I'm excited to see more of Lilithy. Kabunga showed up today.
Kabunga looked fantastic. Honestly, the standout player for me on Whirlwind Wildcats. We all knew how good David was. David came in, did fantastic. Kabunga, we haven't seen him in a couple seasons in Tranquility, but he came out with an absolute force, and he matched Trippy basically shot for shot throughout the night. And Trippy's a fantastic main tank. And honestly, I honestly had a lot of points tonight. I thought Kabunga outplayed him.
Yeah, I think so too. Kabunga, he flexed on the Reinhardt, and again, I know you're a main tank main Yeti, and seeing some Reinhardt play always brings a smile to your face. So it was fun to see that. It was fun to see Kabunga show up tonight.
It really was. Honestly, my MVP though for the Ghostly Peppers, I got to give a massive shout out to Chimanzi on that off tank and that wrecking ball throughout the night. Yes. He really set up so many plays for the Ghostly Peppers throughout the night. Chimanzi stood out as my favorite player on that team. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna echo it too. Chimanzi was definitely one of my players to watch early. I know Chimanzi and Waffle there, or Trippy, excuse me. But Chim showed up. Chim had some massive plays on Diva, a couple really big eats, especially when they needed it. And again, showing some versatility, playing the ball, playing the Sigma, playing the Diva, and really kind of showed a big, wide range of heroes he's really, really capable on. So I'm excited to see what Chim does for the rest of the season.
It's going to be a very exciting finish here to the preseason finals. Again, coming up tomorrow, we have the Discord tier preseason finals. Ragnarok taking on Nya. And again, on Monday, we bring you the Iris podcast with Tuesday, the kickoff match between the Flashbacks and the Holy Jalapenos in the Harmony tier. ! Discord in the chat. And if you want to see more Tranquility action in the future, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that bell. And if you want to, throw us a subscription. All that money goes right back into the community through giveaways and any other way we can support you guys and just make it the best possible experience for you all. So we certainly appreciate you being here. Special thanks, Samter, here on production tonight. Did a fantastic job. First time producing.
Good job, Samter.
He killed it. He killed it. Give him a shot. Give him the claps in chat. If I don't see claps in chat, I'm going to be disappointed. So claps in chat. Give him the claps. But fantastic job tonight, guys. Thanks everybody so much for tuning in. I see 123 viewers as I'm talking right now. That's insane. That's insane here. So thanks so much, guys. We will be checking out now. We will see you here tomorrow for more Tranquility community action.
All right, you're listening to WNPC, home of more music in the mornings. My name is Dr. Sigmund Fraud, and I think we have time for at least one more caller. On the line, we've got Jack from Topeka, Kansas. Go ahead, Jack, you're on the air.
Hello, Doctor. I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
Oh, well, welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here with us. How can I help today?
Well, Doctor, I'm having a really hard time saying this, and I'm really hoping that my wife doesn't overhear, because it's kind of silly, but I'm afraid of clowns.
Oh, yes, a fear of clowns. This is actually a really common phobia. Many psychologists would suggest that you confront your fears head on. You'll probably realize that there's absolutely nothing to be afraid of whatsoever.
Well, I don't know, Doc. There's a lot of clowns out there, and I just see their red noses and their big feet, and I don't know. I don't know if I can do that, Doc.
Oh, I understand completely. Nobody expects you to run up to a clown on day one. Try getting a small object that reminds you of clowns. For example, this Flashbacks t-shirt. I know it doesn't have a clown on it, but for some reason, every time I look at it, it makes me think of clowns. And the longer we look at it, the less afraid you'll be.
You know what, Doc? I'm starting to feel a lot better already. Thank you so much. Where can I get one of these shirts?
Oh, you can get that shirt and many, many like it at shop.spreadshirt.com/OWTranquility. And if you stay on the line, my producer is going to hook you up with a promo code that can save you some money. Thank you for calling in, Jack. Well, it looks like we're about out of time on today's show. Please tune in next week when our topic will be agoraphobia. So all you agoraphobics out there, please make sure to have your radios on because I know you'll be at home. That's it for my show. I'll see you next week right here on WNPC, home of more music in the mornings.